All right, we're doing some reaction videos again today. Why am I doing so many reaction videos lately? Exhaustion, honestly. Through work and all sorts of other stuff, I have been very exhausted. So reaction videos are something I can do easily without having to really worry about burning myself out too much. Anyway. First video we are going to be reacting to today is The Strongest in Dragon Ball Super Was Always Closer Than You Think by TSO Sage. I actually like Sage. He's a really cool dude, at least from what I've seen. So now, let's click play. Oh, wait. Hold on. I know it's written some. Where the fuck are they? For God, they borrow my fucking PC for a little bit and then they don't fucking have. Eh. Godbind! That's not. There we go.
Yeah, Granola ping pongs this video.
And he even pushes Gogeta.
When he says pushes, la 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 la, Goku's world.
A little bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am launching a Patreon. Just $5 and you'll get a ton of uncut VODs. No, actually, gang, no. Whether those are cartoon reactions, just general stream VODs. I knew it. Or even unique content like gaming.
He's
and
loud,
other
so I have
anime
to turn him
reactions
down a
that
little
are in the gulag because you know how chat is down. But until then, take care, stay blessed. All right, get back to the video. Dork. Who is the strongest at every point in Dragon Ball Super? Yes, we did this video before, but it was Z. No Angel.
All right. Who was the Let me go back a little bit. Who was the strongest at every point in Dragon Ball Z? Zeno. Done. But you want to talk about main cast only and not including obvious things like Beerus and all that shit. I'm going to say God of Destruction arc. Beerus. Actually, Whis was the top dog there. And that, in my opinion, they have to be in the arc and not just be a, they have to be, because here's the thing, I'm not, like, are we talking only the main cast? Like, not including Whis or Beerus or Frieza or anything like that. But then you kind of have to later because Frieza is stronger than them. So it's like, all right, so if I'm talking main cast only, like only the Z fighters, who is the strongest? God of Destruction, obviously Goku. Resurrection F, I'd say still Goku, just by a hair. Universe 6 tournament, Goku. Goku Black Arc, I think Vegeta was slightly stronger. Preliminary tournament, we didn't really see Vegeta there, so I'm going to say Goku was the strongest there. And then finally, the Tournament of Power arc, Goku for sure, because he gets Ultra Instinct. In fact, he was the strongest person there, period, outside of, you know, the Zenos. And the Angels and the Gods of Destruction, which is contentious because they did say, oh, Jiren is stronger than the Gods of Destruction, which I took that to mean he's stronger than Belmont, and that's basically it. Moro, it was Goku again, because he literally tried to punch Goku and he broke his fucking whole arm. And then Granola arc, I'm gonna say Vegeta, because Ultra Ego could eventually make him stronger, so I'm gonna say Vegeta. If we're talking strongest person in the arc, so like not Zenos, obviously, because Zeno or the Angels, because they're just gonna win every time. God of Destruction still go, or God of Destruction arc, it's Beerus. Resurrection F arc, it's Frieza at first. Frieza is stronger than them when he first touches down, but then over the course of the fight gets weaker. So at first it's him. Universe 6 tournament, it's Hit, because he still beats Goku. Actually, I lied. It's Manaka. Everybody knows it's Manaka. He's the strongest person in the universe, obviously. Goku Black Arc, it's Fused Zamasu. Because I will argue that Fused Zamasu was stronger than Vegito, but just barely, like just on the cusp. I'd actually go back and rewatch that fight, now that I think about it. Anyway. And then we have the fucking, what is it? The fucking prelim tournament where Topo was stronger than Goku, I think. And then you have the actual tournament where it's still Goku. The Moro arc, it's still Goku, because he is stronger than Moro in that arc, and Moro is stronger than everybody else. And then in the Granola arc, it's Black Frieza. Anyway.
Strongest at every point in Dragon Ball Super. Yes, we did this video before, but it was Z. No angels, no gods. Let's make a fun video. He did it the last time, so I'm trusting him to do it again. Like, let's have some fun this video, okay?
Really funny to me. A lot of people act like Dragon Ball Super is just Goku and Vegeta taking turns being the strongest character for 131 episodes. And
very much not true.
I wish that
I
were
agree
true.
I agree with Sage and the creator here, because it's really not. Motherfucker, I have to call this shit up because she fucking leaves it all sitting here. I will say this, it's definitely not that, because they don't really get stronger than each other. They kind of stay at the same level the entire time. Goku has like his little cheat sheets, like the fucking Kaioken, but usually they're like baseline without multipliers. You fucking sit there, thank you. Usually they're multiplier without multipliers. They're roughly even the entire fucking time. They really only exchange, like, who's stronger periodically. So, definitely not that. It's definitely a much deeper show than people give it credit for, but still.
Have taken ages to make. Because if you go back and really look at the anime and manga, that title changes way more frequently than you'd initially think. Sometimes for an entire arc. So today we're picking up where the original video left off and figuring out exactly who was the strongest character
Broly?
at every single
point. What do you do?
And the same rules who was the strongest character
Broly?
at
Broly was
every
pretty savage in
single
that
point.
fight.
And the same rules for the OG and Z.
Oh! I forgot about Beast Gohan! After the Battle of Moro during Superhero. Yeah, Gohan's stronger than everybody who's present for that movie. That's basically it. He's stronger than everybody who was present for the movie by far, by the way. It's not even fucking close, because Cell Max no diffs Orange Piccolo, who no diffs the Gammas, and Beast Gohan no diffs Cell Max. So yeah, absolutely, it's Gohan in that arc.
Video apply for this one as well. That means no gods.
Thank you.
And in a series focused primarily.
Yeah, I will say I'm glad they did that, because that's what I was worried about. Because if we're going off of gods and everything, Zeno is the strongest throughout the entire series. Easy.
On gods, that's gonna be really difficult.
Yep.
Not really. It's just Zeno wins. Unless you're talking like you don't count Zeno or the angels and you only count the gods. But
you guys asked for this. And also, if a character is technically alive but hasn't been presented to us visually in the anime or manga yet, then they do not count.
Yes, you don't get to say Jiren the entire time.
Yeah, that is fair. That's kind of what I was going off of as well. Of like, you can't say, oh, Jiren was the strongest because was there throughout the entire story. He just wasn't present. Like, no, that doesn't fucking count. That's why in Superhero, Gohan would be the strongest because he's the only one that was really there, unless you count the little like buffer afterwards where he fights Goku, in which case we don't really know. We can infer, but I think it's more than likely still Gohan, but like he's stronger but not as skilled, if that makes sense.
Oh, let's
that
go.
portion. So, for instance, in the Golden Frieza arc, Jiren does not count.
Thank you.
Even though he is technically alive during this period. And of course, if a character is dead and currently in Otherworld, they do not count as well. So with those rules in mind, I am in for absolute hell.
A little bit of Team 4-star.
Starting off with the first arc, Battle of Gods. And the
Battle of Gods, strongest mortal Goku. This is a layup.
Yep.
Don't overthink it.
strongest mortal here is still Goku.
Yeah, layup.
100%. Like,
Now,
Next.
there's a good argument that Ultimate Gohan would
I would argue Ultimate Gohan at this point in time might edge out Goku because Gohan is so much stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku. It's actually not funny. But considering the power up Goku gets and that becomes his base, yeah, it's not Gohan.
No, there's not. No, there's not. There is no argument. Let it go. Let it go. The fries belong in the bag. The people that perform significantly the best against Beerus is Vegeta and a gap to Goku. And Vegeta's only got gap because of God transformation. Dude, it's not Gohan. If anything, you could argue the Vegeta thing. Like, no.
Yeah, I would also argue the fact that, like, if Gohan continued to train when this arc happened, he would not have fucking beat Beerus. That's for damn sure. But he wouldn't have lost as badly because he literally got fucking flipped and his face slammed into Boo. Which the irony of Ultimate Gohan getting face slammed into Boo is palpable. Anyway. I'm actually going to reduce my volume a little because I feel like I'm kind of loud. There we go.
was still more powerful than Goku at this point in time.
I mean, no, there is no I mean. That anybody who thinks Gohan was the strongest is a fucking idiot.
But
he was strongest during the Boo saga. Easy.
Yeah, 4 years after the Gohan's not in shape.
Later,
not even close.
Gohan shows its power to be quite
mediocre
like, come
in
on.
comparison to his fight against Boo. I'm going to have to say that during that 4-year period, Gohan slacked off and Goku either caught up.
Which is my only gripe with Gohan. He doesn't need to be Mr. Fighto and beat the shit out of everybody, right? He doesn't even need to win all of the fights. He just needs to show that he's not getting fucking lazy. Because he literally forgets how to use Ultimate during Dragon Ball Super, despite him using it against Beerus. And then has to re-unlock it. And then he gets lazy again, focused solely on his, like, insect fucking studies, where he loses Ultimate again. Like, if they don't do that again, I can let it go. But if they do that shit again, like, dude, stop making Gohan lazy. Like, he doesn't need to be as train happy as Vegeta and Goku. Stop making him fucking lazy. It doesn't make any sense for his character to be that way.
Up or Gohan
And
fell severely behind.
Right?
Other videos to watch.
At the beginning, the strongest mortal is Goku.
Fair.
So the next time Goku gets technically surpassed as the strongest mortal is very briefly, but it happens when Beerus slaps Bulma.
Oh, we're doing it like that? Oh, yeah. Then Goku, Vegeta, Goku. Sure.
Yeah.
Fine. If you think that this temporary power-up makes him stronger, I guess, yeah, for like 5 seconds, yeah, Vegeta just blitzes everyone.
Vegeta completely loses his head.
For like
a brief
2 minutes,
moment
yeah, Vegeta blitzes the whole verse.
unleashes a rage boost so ridiculous that he's able to perform better against Beerus than the Super Saiyan 3.
And that's why I'm saying in those 2 minutes, sure. Because, I mean, hell, the fact that Goku couldn't do anything and got fucking...
Yeah, Roshi even says, like, he's even stronger than Goku.
Like, I almost said fingered, but might as well be the fuck true, by Beerus. And then Vegeta is over here landing punches and kicks and shit. We'll never know how much Beerus was truly holding back against Vegeta, of course. But, dude.
Who did. Now, again, obviously, Vegeta was not more powerful than Beerus. We're not counting gods anyway, but amongst the mortal cast, you can absolutely argue that this was the first point in Super where
Nah, it actually goes Goku, Bulma, then Vegeta, because Bulma slaps him. She lands a hit on Beerus, which not even Goku could do.
Vegeta temporarily became the strongest Z fighter.
Sure.
Then, of course, shortly after
yeah, I would just say
Vegeta's
Goku
show out,
overall,
everything
but fine.
changes because Goku unlocks the first God form.
Yes,
Super
it's cool.
Saiyan God. And from that moment onward, he's
Why do you say it that dramatically? It's not that dramatic. Like, in the moment it was, for sure. Where it's just like, he unlocked Super Saiyan God. But, like, it's just Super Saiyan God now. You don't need to be dramatic about it.
It is such a fucking fire fucking form, man. Oh my god, I love this form.
unquestionably
It is a really good
the
one.
strongest mortal that we've
Oh, yeah, bye, Mao.
seen. And throughout the next several episodes,
Even worse, not close.
Goku maintains the crown, even through the majority of the Resurrection F arc. And he might
I feel like it's Goku. I feel like if there's not an obvious, like, if somebody isn't obviously or there's an argument to be made where one's stronger than the other, you can kind of keep them as equal. So I would say this is Goku and Vegeta sharing the
I
crown.
think these two are equal, but as the fight goes on, Frieza's stamina
Yeah, I'm
drops.
gonna say I don't count being stronger for 5 seconds. Like for example, I wouldn't say Res F is Frieza than Goku. No, Goku's the stronger fighter. Frieza can temporarily surpass him, but temporarily is in all caps, rainbow letters, underlined, italicized, and bolded. So kind of like the same. I'm being consistent. I would just say the movie retellings Goku's the answer. Keep it pushing.
Yep.
His power doesn't last forever, and Goku is clearly.
Yeah, I would just say
top.
Goku's the
The
answer to
only
both.
real debate here is whether Goku or Vegeta was stronger, and there's a good argument for Vegeta being on top here because he actually dominates Frieza, where Goku and Frieza.
But to be fair, he dominates Frieza when Frieza's literally running on fumes. So it's kind of like, we don't really see how strong Vegeta would fare against Frieza outside of that. So I would definitely argue it's still Goku, but like by a small margin. That's why I say I feel like they should share the crown because they are roughly the same amount of power. I'd argue Vegeta might be stronger, but Goku is more skilled, so it balances it out.
So we're throwing
Vegeta
hands for
fucks him
quite a
up
while.
badly if you're
But
a Team
again, to the
Vegeta,
point
sure.
I made prior, Frieza's stamina was significantly down at this point in the arc, so it's really hard to say.
Yeah, Goku even gets mad. I mean, one, I can't even say Vegeta outperforms him because Goku kind of shits on Frieza too. Like, everybody points to the ray gun, but like, let's talk about what led up to it. Goku starts fucking on Frieza real quick. Vegeta tries to
Absolutely
tag
does.
in, and Goku's like,
He does the
"What
fucking
no, you just
Bruce
figured it out
Lee.
too."
Yeah.
Then after that, then ray gun, then Vegeta dunks on Frieza as well. So I don't necessarily think, I think a lot of people misinterpret it as Goku is like clearly weaker than Vegeta. I think the narrative shows they're pretty fucking equal, and Vegeta whooping Frieza is more so a damn like feel good moment.
Want to say hi to the people? No? Okay. My life go.
But at most, I'm going to consider these two equally.
Yeah, I
the
would say equal.
strongest
You can pick 'em.
mortals in the
You can pick 'em.
franchise.
Yeah,
although
that's
Goku
what I was saying.
may
They
even
share
have
the
a
crown in
slight
that.
edge. Next, we move into the Universe
Oh, this
6
is Goku.
tournament.
Or
And this
Hit.
is where things get pretty damn easy for me. At least
Yeah, this is hit, then Goku for a couple of seconds, then
then
back
Hit.
to hit. But
Yeah.
hit's not even really strong. Hit's just hacks of doom, I guess. Yeah, sure.
I mean, stronger it's Goku, but Hit's ability puts him over the edge in terms of like overall ability.
in terms
Which
of
is what
Dragon Ball
gives him
Super,
the
I'd say
because
Hit.
Monaka is undoubtedly the strongest character.
Oh yeah, how did I forget? I keep forgetting about Monaka somehow, man. He is absolutely the strongest more. He one-shot Hit.
It doesn't count. We said no gods. What are we doing?
Fair, but to be fair, Beerus did. I guess he didn't say immortal. He said the strongest person he's ever fought. So yeah.
Just kidding. It's definitely
Just kidding. We said no gods.
Hit maintains the mantle of the strongest character from his introduction in the Universe 6 tournament, even through the Vegeta fight, as he completely obliterates Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. But once Goku steps in and unveils Kaioken stacked on top of Super Saiyan Blue,
but he can't retain
he
it, so
briefly reclaims that title.
So I would say Hit.
The only problem is Goku's Kaioken technique is not something he can maintain for a very long time. So once he drops back into regular Super Saiyan Blue and base form, Hit again reclaims his title as the strong.
I do love what Goku does here, where he literally jumps out of the ring to basically say "fuck you" to the gods sitting right above him that could easily erase him from existence.
Strongest character in the franchise,
which is really terrible, by the way, because he knew. Because I'm not sure if Goku knew at this point, but the wish that Champa was going to make was to swap the Earths. So Goku, ooh, that could have been an interesting what if. The Earths swap universes, right? And so now Goku and all of them live in Universe 7 or Universe 6 with the other set. That's actually a really interesting what if story. Because if they swap the Earths, then yeah, they could just do that. They could just, like, Planet Sadala would now be in. It's not like anything would change. I guess Namek. But they don't really go back to Namek, so I don't think anyone would really give a shit. Question is if the demon world exists throughout all 12 universes, or if each universe has their own, like, afterlife and demon world. I think each universe has their own, like, heaven, hell shit, and then but the demon world spans across all 12.
Guys. But this is the first time the manga takes a different spin. Because the manga's iteration of Super Saiyan Blue Goku was definitively stronger than Hit. So while the manga's version of Super Saiyan Blue is stronger, in the anime, Hit takes the crown.
Cool.
Then we Goku
okay,
Black,
so we're splitting it up.
and he seems to be stronger than Future Trunks, but at the same time, pretty on par with some of Goku's standard Super Saiyan forms. So it's fair to say at this point, either Hit or Goku is still maintaining that
such
mantle.
a bad fight animation right
I'm gonna
there.
say Hit's pretty off screen. If you count fillers, I'm going Goku for sure. I'm safe taking Goku here, to be honest. The shit that Goku does to Fusamas.
Yeah, if we're talking manga, I would definitely argue Goku is the strongest mortal. Believe it, the Kais aren't mortals; they're gods. So Fuse Zamasu would count as a god, wouldn't he? So technically, Vegeta would be the strongest mortal for a little bit, and then back to probably Goku or Vegeta.
Nigga.
But
one of the most underrated scenes when Goku broke his arms and still put literal feet on that motherfucker.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Trick up his sleeve. Super Saiyan Rose, which is clearly more powerful.
Super Saiyajin Rose Goku.
Because Black is technically Zamasu, who is a god. But at the same time, it's pretty clear that once Zamasu takes over Goku's body, that body, Zamasu,
oh yeah, he catches up. True,
is no
Black
longer
does catch
immortal or a god. So technically,
I actually misspoke. Yeah, Black at you're right, YouTuber man, and I'm wrong. Here's your like. Yeah, Black at some point definitely just still has it. Like Goku in this scene, Goku literally rage boosts, Black tanks it all, and then does this to him. So
I'm going to give
that's
the
pretty
strongest
fucked up. And he has the
title
ability
in
to
the franchise
basically create infinite
to
versions of himself.
Goku Black at this point in time. But Vegeta's been doing some training of his own, literally blowing up the entire Head Prologue time chamber.
Who just broke Rule 6? The pecking order.
So you know that training was pretty dang serious. And when he shows up against Black, he completely obliterates him.
Yep.
At least that's what we think at first. And you could also argue that Fusamasu is then the strongest character in the franchise. Because Fusamasu isn't entirely a god, he's still half mortal.
That's semantics at best. Also, interesting there.
It gets really damn conflicting, and these are my own rules, so this is my own fault for making this so hard on myself.
Man, let Fusamasu rock, because when you say gods, we're talking like Beerus, Whis, all that. Like the people that make the video corny. Fusamasu doesn't make the video corny.
But at the end of the day, I think it's fair to include him here as the strongest mortal at the time. Because technically, if you're not 100% immortal, then, well, you're mortal. But I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comments below.
God, that looks like it would be because it looks like his leg spasms there.
Yeah,
At least
so basically the ping pong ball goes Goku again because he's Goku, LOL. Then Goku Black, then Vegeta, maybe Goku again, LOL. But then definitely Fuse the Monster regardless, so it doesn't fucking matter. Then, you know who.
Vegito.
Until Vegito arrives. Because the moment Vegito Blue appears,
not close.
that debate comes to its natural conclusion.
He beats the shit out of him,
which leaves us
Which is a fucking trend.
at a really strange ending where nobody really defeats Zamasu through raw power alone, but immediately upon Zamasu's
I
quote-unquote
just don't understand how they couldn't conclude this arc in a creative way both times.
defeat.
Yeah, it is a little weird. First time, it's basically just, hey, Zenny, erase this for me.
Becomes this eternal
Like,
god in the
both
sky, or
times?
depending on what you look at in the manga, he becomes this just copy-paste meta-cooler version of himself. So
They did steal Metacooler.
at that point, I'm going to consider him full god and give the win back to Goku. But when
Yo,
the Tournament of
that's
Power
good.
That shit
arc
butt.
begins, it's partially chaotic to rank, but also at the same time, it's fairly simple. Goku is the strongest. Jiren has not entered the picture yet.
Yeah, pre-Jiren is Goku. Once you
Yeah.
see Jiren, L-O-fucking-L.
Is able to take on Toppo in the anime, because the manga has
Yeah.
a slightly different spin. Toppo was shown to be perfectly equal to, if not slightly superior to, a standard Super Saiyan Blue, which was Goku's
See,
highest performing level at
yeah.
this point in time. So in the anime's continuity, Goku is staying at the top. Based on the manga, Toppo is slightly.
You know, it's crazy. I'll never forget the theories that they had in this shit. In the anime, niggas thought that Goku had like an evil power-up or some shit when he was...
Yeah, I remember when fucking the Tournament of Power first started and everybody thought it was gonna be like fucking, oh, it's Kaioken times 100, Kaioken times 1,000, mastered Kaioken. And it's just like, nah, G, it's regular fucking Kaioken. Maybe. I'll have to look into it first, but if I have enough time, I might turn it onto the docket. But yeah, I know, man. It's fucking. I remember that when that shit first came out, it was wild.
Hey, Young, you had to be there for release day of Dragon Ball Super, dog. Niggas thought Goku was like about to do some evil shit during this scene, bro. Let me see if I can find it.
The cosmos has ever seen. Yeah, that's it.
Niggas saw this and freaked the fuck out, bro.
I use
I swear.
everything you've got. And I'm gonna show you what it's like when I hit my ceiling.
Niggas saw Goku with red ore. Mind you, he instantly turned to Kaioken. Niggas saw that shit and thought Goku was about to do some evil ass shit, bro.
I mean, to be fair, people like to come up with fucking theories to like make Goku have like infinite fucking forms, which is kind of dumb when you think about it. Because yeah, I guess he could have more forms, but he already has enough, and he's gonna get one in the fucking Tournament of Power. Which, to be fair, Dragon Ball Super has the same amount of transformations in the anime anyway as Dragon Ball Z, which is kind of wild because you got Super Saiyan 2, and Super Saiyan 3. You have God, Blue, and then Ultra Instinct if you want to count that as a form. I really don't because it's more of a technique than a form, but still. If you really want to talk about forms, then technically Ultra Ego, but then you have Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo, and that just kind of adds to it, so Anyway, yeah, no, dog, it's fucking wild that people thought he was gonna have some evil form or he's gonna have like mastered Kaioken in the Tournament of Power, which was kind of crazy because it's like, even if you do it times 100, cool, dude. Unless you're stacking that on Blue, it ain't gonna do shit.
Holy fuck.
Above, which is where the next part gets even more confusing because True Golden Frieza appears, who is roughly on par with Super Saiyan Blue, if not slightly above him as well.
But
So
Goku
at
has
the very
Kaioken.
least, it's a very tough matchup between Toppo, Super Saiyan Blue Goku, and True Golden Frieza. But based on everything that we know in the manga's continuity, Toppo probably has a slight raw power advantage.
Probably.
And in the anime,
My Glorious King would never lose to a nigga that's just spamming goddamn submission holds. A fat ass Daniel Bryan is not beating My Glorious King, bro.
True Golden
No.
Frieza may have a slight advantage over Super Saiyan Blue.
For now.
But then, as usual, that does not last forever.
Yeah.
Because Jiren,
You can honestly argue Jiren never lost the goddamn title. Temporarily to MUI, but same shit is applied as earlier in the video. You can argue that the answer is just Jiren and close the book, next arc.
appears. And for the first time in Super, Goku and Vegeta aren't even close to the top. Because Jiren is so far above them in power. And honestly, Jiren maintains that mantle for the vast majority of the tournament.
You say the whole
Literally
thing
until like
once.
the very end.
You can make an argument that Goku temporarily overpowers him. And prior to that, Goku couldn't even touch him. So yes, Ultra Instinct Omen was getting close to being able to compete with Jiren, but still, even at this point, Jiren is the most powerful.
Was it getting close to competing with him, or was Jiren just fucking around? Because it took this shit to actually hurt the motherfucker, and then he powered up again. I think Jiren was just fucking around, dude.
Yeah,
Mastered.
Jiren's
probably,
really strong,
honestly.
man.
He was probably trying to
For the
test
first
Goku
time
and
since
like,
Super
this
Saiyan
guy's not
God's
worth it.
appearance,
And then
Goku
this shit
reached a
happens, like,
level
oh,
that
shit.
completely eclipses
Yeah, oh.
everybody else. And during that
Okay.
fight against Jiren, Master Ultra Instinct is undoubtedly #1. Even
Yeah,
when
it just didn't
Jiren
last
goes
long.
full power. The fight becomes a bit closer, but you'd be silly to argue that Master Ultra Instinct wasn't more powerful.
Right.
Absolutely
Oh, yeah,
more
no,
powerful.
yeah.
But
To
the
be
thing-
very clear for comment section 419, MUI obviously in manga and anime eclipses Jiren. What I'm saying is kind of like how Vegeta with the Flash with Beerus, granted this Flash is much longer and brighter. Hey, gang, he literally could not maintain the form long enough.
Is Goku,
Which is
can't tap
bullshit
into his-
because in the fucking anime, he literally has Jiren dead to rights. One blast would have been enough to fucking end it, which something that does kind of annoy me a little bit is the fact that fucking hold on a second. That during the scene where Goku's about to beat Jiren, like,
How dare you!
I'm not gonna have that fucking scene, really? Come on, hurry up and load. Yeah, people legitimately saw this fucking frame, right? And thought he was gonna give his energy to fucking Jiren to like get him back up like he did to Frieza. And then people saw this shit. By the way, very, very fucking clear that that shit happens from inside of his body. Everyone thought fucking Frieza blasted him in the back for no fucking reason. It was fucking, it was fucking ridiculous, dude. Like, why would Frieza blast him in the back? That makes no fucking sense.
power at will. Not for a while. So once his body gives out, Jiren reclaims
Yeah, I might
that
say, he
mantle.
literally
So the
couldn't hold
strongest, even upon his defeat, is Jiren. Now here's where the video gets the most complicated out of any I've probably ever done, because the Jiren versus Broly debate is still ongoing to this day.
Yeah.
If we were talking about Broly in his current manga power, i.e. the superhero arc, then Broly would have a pretty clear advantage. But
Okay.
speaking on the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie / arc, that's a completely different story.
I think if
To be
they
fair, I don't know.
realistically fought, Broly would win because Jiren would.
To be fair, I legitimately fucking saw that shit and I was like, okay, who wouldn't just like, you see a floating bubble car float to you, who wouldn't just like boop it? Like a fucking balloon floating to you, just boop.
be like kind of fascinated by a motherfucker like Broly, but initially and for a long time, I'm taking Jiren. The question is, would Jiren put Broly down in time? Wouldn't he just handle it how he handled Kale?
Probably.
Here's the problem with that. They may look alike. They may be inspiration for each other or one for the other. They are not the same person.
No.
Hey.
Broly would use her. I need to choose my words carefully because I could get very easily clipped for this. Broly would use her like dental floss. Because that version of Kale lost to Super Saiyan God Goku when she had control, which means she was not just outputting power, but controlled it and outputted it properly. She was getting manhandled by fucking Goku and Jiren. And now you're saying somebody like Broly, who would rival Jiren himself, fighting Kale? No, I'm sorry. There's nothing you can really say to fucking argue that he would lose or even struggle against Kale. Kale would get one-tapped with no difficulty by fucking Broly. Especially if Broly went full on legendary Super Saiyan or like full or Berserk Super Saiyan, whatever you want to call it. He would absolutely just murder Kale. It would not be close. Like I said, he would use her like a piece of dental floss.
Hey, they ain't the same person, all right? That is not, one is not the other. So that weak ass shit, if Jiren, look, that's what I'm saying, twin, dead ass. And let's really have a discussion. If Jiren tries to oral form Broly,
Bro's getting the shit kicked out of him.
Because you can't do that with Broly. You gotta put that motherfucker down. We're talking about a Broly that this nigga Goku quite literally,
ran away from.
Godbind. And the first thing that nigga did was break out and start slamming him like in the first movie. That's a nigga you can't play with. If Broly's dad dies. Yeah, okay, Broly fans, I get this. If for some unknown reason, Paragus is just sitting sideways, I think that's just in character. Broly would die before he let that nigga get away.
What we know is that Jiren pushes Mastered UI Goku to his absolute limit in the Tournament of Power. And MUI Goku is the strongest non-god fighter that we've ever seen.
MUI put hands and feet on Jiren. Don't act like they're fucking relative for debate purposes.
Yeah.
MUI fucked on him a bit.
Absolutely. I'll be right back. I'm starting to realize why dads don't like their kids touching the fucking thermostat, because every time my partner touches the fucking thermostat, she turns it off and then leaves it off, and so it's fucking hot as shit right now.
Dominate Goku and Vegeta. He forces them to use fusion, and we know Vegeta hates that, so it definitely was necessary. And he even pushes Gogeta to go into Super Saiyan Blue. That on its own is incredibly impressive.
Yeah, see, that's kind of what I'm saying about it too, because...
But here's the thing at the same time, like, because that's also been a very big debate, is could Gogeta or Vegito have defeated Jiren? I was going to say in their time limit, but the fucking tournament power is only 40-something minutes, and this was like 10 minutes or 20 minutes in, so... But could he have beaten Jiren? I would argue more than likely he could have, but it wasn't. But at the same time, I feel like it would be a very close fight. So in Goku and Vegeta's mind, it wasn't worth the risk of losing two of their strongest fighters for a chance. No, if Goku and Vegeta were the last two fighters, like 100% guaranteed, like Frieza and 17 are in the stands. Which, by the way, that guy, everybody thought Frieza was knocked out of the tournament, despite the fact that he literally never appeared in the stands. No one ever thought that was weird. I mean, some people did. Some people theorized it was. But, you stop shaking the entire table, dude. But, no, when it comes down to it, though, absolutely. I think, personally, with blue stacked on top of Kaioken and the fusion boost, which put Kale and Caulifla, who were getting Molly up by God Goku, to force Goku to use Ultra Instinct. I feel like that big of a fucking gap in power. And I mentioned she wasn't even ever getting hurt by Ultra Instinct Goku. She was just getting pushed back. Which means that it tells me that Ultra Instinct Goku was not stronger than Kefla. Gogeta would have been so much stronger than her in his base. And so I feel like the fusion of Goku and Vegeta, either Vegeta or Gogeta, would have been enough to beat Jiren. Just based off of that.
When he says pushes, if Broly wasn't Broly, Gogeta would go and fuck on him too. Buddy, Broly, you better go to blue to beat Broly. Like that's just what it is. So that's what I'm saying. I think Jiren does. I think overall, mind you, this Jiren fans arguing for me, and I'm saying that I think Jiren got it. I think Jiren would put it together that should not let this one see his full power because it's just not going to stop, and he would put it down.
Automatically means
Probably.
that Broly is stronger.
Also, I love how it's
Jiren.
Z Broly.
And when I was doing my research, and trust me,
Rasengan! Yeah!
the biggest argument
This nigga whipped out a Rasengan.
for Broly comes from
And then it just
statements and
doesn't
promotional
work.
material implying
Just damn it, Naruto!
Broly rivals or surpasses previous threats, which is a phrase commonly used in the Dragon Ball universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say, it's kind of the more annoying thing is the... Oh, this person's stronger than anyone they've ever faced before. Like, really? They can't fight somebody who's, like, relative? Who's, like, maybe a little weaker, but, like, stronger at the same time? Like, more skilled? I guess that's Granola. But no, he becomes more powerful, so yeah, I don't know.
The problem is these statements are very vague. They're rarely saying directly that Broly is stronger than
Also,
Jiren.
Vegeta's face
Here's
there
what it comes
just...
down to. Broly at full power is able to crush Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta and Super Saiyan Blue Goku individually. Goku has not fully mastered UI yet, so he's not...
That was such a fucking tease during the fucking movie, by the way. Just his hair flicking white like that. Is some bullshit. It is 100% some bullshit.
Tap into that power, so I can't confidently
Oh boy, that Jiren guy was strong though. Yes. Yes. We couldn't put a dent in him. I mean, yeah.
say that
Kinda.
Goku is stronger than both Jiren and Broly at this point. What it comes down to is that Broly could catch up. In a one-on-one fight, if dragged out, Broly would be able to adapt to Jiren's power.
Everybody
But in
agrees.
terms
Yeah.
of just raw power based on what we see in the DBS movie and Tournament of Power arc, Jiren holds the crown.
Yeah.
Until
Me and him say the exact same thing. Yeah.
Gogeta Blue arrives.
Oh, then it's...
And then once
I
Gogeta
don't even
Yeah.
think Gogeta Blue personally, but that gang.
Blue
Yeah, fusions count temporarily.
Jiren reclaims that mantle. Now the moral arc is where things get a little
I think Gogeta Blue is pretty much like a dominant thing. Shit, just Super Saiyan Gogeta, nigga. Gogeta's fucking broken, dude. That nigga was having a fun time with Broly, man. It was nothing more than that.
more fun for me. And while it does get a bit complex because Moro does start out the arc defeating both Goku and Vegeta, he does that with means
Yeah,
outside
it's
of raw
not-
power.
Yeah,
So
no,
I think
it's not. He doesn't get stronger than them. He pulls their power down
At this point, I would
multiple times.
give Goku the advantage over Jiren. And since Goku still can't willingly tap into UI at this point, I'm going to give the next transition to Vegeta after training on Yardrat.
I can
Because
see that.
SFBE Vegeta does temporarily become stronger than Goku until Moro absorbs 7-3. And that's where things get interesting. 7-3 absorbed Moro is undoubtedly the strongest. But then
You don't have
For
to show
like
us.
as
10
usual,
minutes.
after Goku trains with Maris, masters Ultra Instinct,
I fucking love that shot. Just, my fucking hand. It's like, if I was black, I'd say something else, but really, brother? You're gonna pull that? You're gonna try to pull a Piccolo on me? Actually, you're gonna try to pull a Piccolo on me twice.
And defeats Moro. He is undoubtedly the strongest mortal in the franchise by quite a wide margin. Until the Granola arc, which is where the hands change pretty constantly.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's fucking Granola, then it's Vegeta, then it's Gas, then it's Goku, then it's which, by the way, it ends with Frieza being top dog easily.
Nola ping pongs this fucking video. This is where you get your extra 4 minutes of runtime, because holy fuck. All right, here we go.
I'm gonna say by this point that Goku has a pretty good grasp on Ultra.
Also, I love the artwork for Goku in this fucking manga cover because it looks so fucking detailed.
Instinct. So he is the most powerful at the beginning of this arc until Granola makes his wish to be the strongest in the universe.
Now you see, this is gotta be euphemism. A pair of balls summoning a dragon. Come on, come on.
Granola makes the wish to be the strongest mortal. He is the strongest mortal we've ever seen up to this point. And this again is another point of contention. You can go either way, and I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below. But in my opinion, Ultra Ego Vegeta was not definitively stronger than Granola, because Granola's wish on the Dragon Balls again made him the strongest mortal in the universe.
Yeah, Dragon says right there, right here, if you wish to become the most powerful life form apart from the gods, because he can't make him as strong as the gods. It was one of those things that gets explained in early Dragon Ball where the dragons cannot create a wish that is beyond their power. That's why they can never wish for like, oh, Shenron, kill Beerus. Like, that's not fucking happening. Like, maybe if you use the Super Dragon Balls, because I think that's what Black did, or Zamasu did, is he used the Super Dragon Balls to erase all the gods of destruction. What? I told you you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer, brother. Come on. I don't know why I called my cat brother, but whatever. But yeah, no. So I would definitely say that for sure. Yeah. This dragon, which I can never remember the fucking name of, is absolutely never going to be able to grant the wish of being stronger than everybody, because that's just not going to fucking happen. Anyway.
And while Vegeta's Ultra Ego form allowed him to grow steadily stronger as he takes damage, the fight does ultimately result in Vegeta's L. But then,
it's fine.
He gets the taste of his own medicine right there, I'll tell you that much.
Gas makes the wish to become strongest immediately following this fight. And that honestly makes my job here a lot easier, because again, it's in the phrasing. Gas is the strongest mortal. Now, you could make an argument for TUI Goku, Granola, and especially Ultra Ego Vegeta, because the closest anyone really, in my opinion, ever got to matching or even...
Nah, it's Bardock, because Bardock's the only one outside of Frieza that beats Gas.
Slightly exceeding Gas, where Vegeta's Ultra Ego form allowed him to absorb damage, continuously escalating his combat power. And at this specific point, Vegeta landed multiple clean
there's a very vague point in Granola. That's why I was nodding my head. I was trying to think of what side do I necessarily stand on. I think it doesn't matter because, But, yeah, this part
Black
is very,
credit card
very,
Frieza.
very vague. It's just not Goku to me. I would say that. Because Goku ends up, like, just kind of fucking with Gas. And one of the best bits that Dragon Ball Super...
Oh, yeah, no, he literally goes like, hey, let's see whose instant transmission is better, yours or mine. Just fucking starts teleporting him all over the place. And then goes, hey, guess what? What? Bye. What?
Done.
Pretty fucking great.
I can't wait to see that animated. When Goku just, like, plays fucking hide and go seek with fucking Gas. I can't wait to see that animated.
Follow me.
And
he goes to different fucking places.
Actually intimidate Gas, but still, I'm not confident enough to say Vegeta had even a moment of raw power stronger than Gas.
Yeah, I would say Gas
maintains the mantle all the way until
his death.
That's why that shit didn't matter, and I didn't pause for too long. We know the fucking answer.
That's where it gets pretty obvious. Black Frieza obliterates Gas, and he takes out TY and Ultra Ego. So at the end of the Granola arc, Black Frieza is the strongest mortal. Now, the only arc following this is the superhero arc,
which does not matter.
Immensely powerful figures appear.
That shit don't matter. It's still Frieza, but on screen we can have that conversation too. This is where chat won't see eye to eye no matter what happens.
Max, Orange Piccolo, and of course, Beast Gohan. The problem is, Superhero never clearly establishes where Beast Gohan sits relative to Black
Nope, they just
Frieza.
kind of say,
And
oh yeah,
personally, I do
he's
think
like
that Beast Gohan
wrong.
is around on par with Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego, and I do believe that Black Frieza will be the next main villain of the following arc. Whenever
I feel like
that
one
continues.
more
I've said
arc
this
and
thing
then
this
him.
for years. You comment section, you guys let me know. This is simple to me. Everybody punches the wall. Who makes the biggest dent? Who gets the highest score? Gohan. No cap. Who do I think would win in a battle royale / 1v1 tournament? Senzu being after the fight, no Zenkis, because fuck it, Goku. That's kind of where I'm coming from with it. I think Goku got it in terms of that format. Now, obviously, if we're counting off screen, nigga, you're bored. It's Frieza. But
Yeah.
in terms of on screen during this, I think Goku would win the fights. Gohan is the stronger being. Maybe you could go Broly, but I think some people have actually shown
Yeah.
that, hey, they might be they know what Broly is capable of. They might be able to put him the fuck down.
But the cleanest, most confident answer anyone could probably give you is that Black
But
Frieza,
Broly is fast track on the way to that spot too.
from the end of the Granola arc through the current place in the timeline.
And even then,
is
I'm
the
not objectively
strongest.
right. Some people would have an argument for Vegeta.
But I want to know what you guys
100%.
think. Let me know in the comments.
Yes,
Black
below.
Silver
Frieza is
much
absolutely
closer
the
to
strongest.
The point of the series was to make it less of the la 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 Goku's world. I definitely think for sure that on screen Goku, but it doesn't even fucking matter because that's a Miska Muska second place prize. And right now it's fucking Frieza. For now. They'll beat that nigga one day, but it ain't gonna be today. Good vids. I like this guy. He's getting my subscription. You know what? Y'all.
Let's see here. Fuck, I forgot. You know, I like TSO Sages, so he's getting my subscription. Just like how you guys should follow me on Twitch and follow me on YouTube and subscribe there. Anyway, with that being said, I basically agree with everything they said in this video, so let's move on to the next one.